home of the Bears. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Detroit Lions and the Chicago Bears. Mike Tirico, Greg Olds are ready to get this one going. Jake Bates set to get it started. And off we go from the Windy City. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Here's Williams to begin with a pass. Open man, that's Luther Burden. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Williams to throw on second down. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up third down.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike, make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
Third down, they need 5. From the shotgun, it's Williams. And he will slide to a halt, but he does have the first down.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on third down. Like, you can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
Yet another Alabama back in the lead. This is Brian Robinson. And he's in! Brian Robinson. Touchdown Bears. That's his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. Terrific way, Greg, to get this game started. Able to get the opening touchdown and do it with a long run.
Mike, anytime you can create explosive plays in the run game, you're definitely going to take it. And they're going to be able to build on those plays as the rest of this game moves along.
Nothing is our score as this kick is sent into the air. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Now the first carry for the Alabama speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs. And, they smack him down there. Big hit right at the line. No gain.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Laporta in motion. Throwing on 2nd down. May. Laying out, and he's made the catch. What a play.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike, and he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. Nice job there making that happen.
3rd and inches. To throw now, MEL, and that is incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
That's going to be fielded back at the 5. Oh, hello. He is stopped in his tracks on that one. They made sure that return was not going any farther. Williams going to keep it on the zone read. Williams hit, and he loses the football. And the Lions have come up with the football.
You know, it's amazing, Mike, that guys still end up fumbling the ball, because I can tell you from experience, the first 15 minutes of every offensive practice is ball security circuit. And that could be a combination of multiple things. How to go to the ground without getting loose to the ball, almost like the art of falling. It could be running over bags or through bags as guys take swats at the ball trying to knock it out. There are so many ways to simulate what the game is like, because at the end of the day, if you want to win in the NFL, protecting the ball is the #1 priority, and it cannot be stressed enough.
From 29, here's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, here's MEL. Brought in by the tight end, Sam Laporta. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. It's a gain of 26, and it'll set up 1st and goal.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
Ball sitting on the 3. It is 1st down and goal. Gibbs. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. The ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal. May going to hold on to this one. And he will take it in himself. Great May. Touchdown, Lions.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
Here comes a return from the 3. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. Brought in by the tight end, Cole Kmet. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. Great way to start the drive. A gain of 20 and a 1st down. A play fake. Now Williams. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
all things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run here. The former Canadian track star, Chuba Hubbard, will take it. And he'll take this to about the 46-yard line. Jamie and Sherwood there to meet him. They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. That's caught. It's the tight end come back. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. They get the conversion on 3rd down. It was a gain of 27.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. From the 20, here's 2nd and 3. Here's Hubbard. And it's going to be 1st and goal coming up. Tackle made at the 5-yard line.
The story of this drive has just been their ability to sustain and get fresh sets of down. Now, in this case, after picking up that big gain on the ground, they find themselves 1st and goal.
Five yards from the house. They've got it 1st and goal. They'll run with Robinson. And nothing developed there. He'll get back to the 5, and that's all.
We got to see a little taste of just the range this defense can play with. How well they can flow outside as this play gets stretched out. No problem for them not only to track the runner down, but stop him before he gets back to the line.
Another one from the 5, 2nd down and goal. Williams. That's hauled in at the 2. To the goal line and in. Cole Kmet, touchdown Chicago. That is 2nd TD catch of the season.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchback. On play action, here's May. Working 3 downfield, it is Williams. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. That's a gain of 21 to open this drive.
turn his TV off, turn his TV off, turn his TV off, turn his TV off, turn his TV off.
Laporta in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. We are through one. It's the Bears off to the early lead. We're back to Soldier Field after this. Lions ball to begin this second quarter. They've got it looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Throwing now is May. That's a short one caught by Laporta. He's going to have a first down. He's forced out. Nice pickup of 9.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can draw up all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring them down for a big loss.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Working out of the gun, it's May. That's right side and brought in by Williams. That's his 3rd catch of this first half and good enough for a first down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
They'll take this forward for about 5.
Good decision by the quarterback. In this situation, all you're looking to do is have a positive play. He decides to pull it, and that's exactly what he's able to do.
Here comes 2nd and 4. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. He's got it at the 3. And he will get into the end zone. Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Detroit. It's his 3rd touchdown on the year.
And that was just a great drive, really from start to finish, Mike. You could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm, mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession worked to perfection. When you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns, man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
We are all square, 14 apiece the score as this one's away. Jamal Agnew now to return. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Williams. They set up the screen here to Hubbard. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. 13 yards to start that drive, and a quick first down.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
On the option, here's Robinson. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10. First down, Chicago.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
Williams going to look to throw it on first down. Moving left.
Initially, they do a really nice job taking away his first and second read, but what they failed to do is account for him as a runner. He ends up making something positive out of a play that initially didn't look like it had much of a chance.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 5. Now Williams. To the left side, he's got Komet. And he will not make it to the end zone, but he's down inside the 5-yard line. A big-time play for the Bears. 38 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Now it is 1st and goal. Robinson. And he'll go down back at the 4-yard line.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
Now back at the 4 for 2nd and goal. One more time, it's Robinson. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Brian Robinson. Touchdown, Bears. 2nd touchdown of the game. Season total now up to 5. What a standout performance early on in this one. That his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. One of the tight ends motions right. Off the play fake, here's May. Throwing left side, and it's taken in by Williams. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
You know, Mike, these crossing routes, you just see them being used more and more often. And really, it's because it's good against any defense. And what it does is it creates separation. It allows some of your best players to catch the ball on the move. And that short throw oftentimes turns into a long run.
It's a pickup of 13 yards. Good for a Lions first down. Here's May. To the right side, that's St. Brown. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Here's 1st and 10. They'll run with Gibbs.
Really impressive job there by the defense, Mike. I mean, to not only absorb the initial push, but now you got to get the back on the ground. And sometimes to hold up against these big old offensive linemen and stick an arm out to get the ball carrier down, it's easier said than done. And really nice job here by the defensive front.
So, 2 minutes to play in a back-and-forth first half. We'll come back to Soldier Field following this. 2nd and 10. May going to look to throw. Now he's just going to pitch this one forward. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. A gain there of 10 yards. First down, Detroit.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter. Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he'll be close to a first down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And he's going to have the first down. Just past the marker. It is 1st and goal.
That's a really nice job up front, clearing the lane, pick up the first down. Now, he didn't get in the end zone, but now you got a fresh set of downs to try to punch it in.
A chance here to draw level before the break. It's 1st and goal. And he is going the wrong way. Tackled back at the 7. And the offense will take one here. Timeout with 6 left on the second quarter clock.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
Now from the 7, it's 2nd and goal. To throw is May. He's got Laporta open on the left side. And he'll take it on in. Sam Laporta. Touchdown, Lions.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end in the fourth quarter in 2-minute mode. Now let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here going into halftime changes this entire game.
So, a new ball game. We are all tied. Final moments of this first half as the kick's away. This is fielded inside the 5. And he's going to be taken down. That is going to do it for us in this first half. Both teams look good on the offensive side in the first half. Will it carry over? We're about to find out. Second half is underway. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback. Here's May to throw it on first down. That's caught by Gibbs.
They tend to make NFL offense very complicated, Mike, but sometimes it's as simple as this. Get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and just let them do the rest.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. On the handoff, this is Gibbs. And he's going to take this past the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
Laporta in motion. First down, and they stick with Gibbs. Down the sideline, past the 40. Strong running there. He brings this down inside the 25. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 31 yards. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. On the ground, Montgomery. And wow, tough to bring down that time. Surging forward for a pickup of 6. Second down. They'll stay on the ground. Again, Montgomery. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. Third and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
Third down, 3 to go. From out of the gun, here's May. That one on target.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do.
Laporta in motion. They bring a tight end in motion left. Here's Gibbs, and he'll lose yardage here. The defense standing strong in the red zone. They drop him back at the 10.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick him up, and he's able to bring him down for a loss.
Move back to the 10. They'll try here on 2nd and goal. Now, May. Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. To the pylon, he's in. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Detroit.
It just feels like a big drive, doesn't it, Mike? Here in the second half, you got a tie ball game. Now you're able to get out in front. Let's see how this other team responds, having to play from behind.
We got a ton of time, Greg, but a little momentum feel. Come out of the locker room, take the lead. Now it's up to the other team to climb uphill. So great way, perfect way to get this second half started. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. This is going to be taken in at the 3. Wow, they are hitting now. It's been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on that return. They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Williams. There's a short one to Hooper. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
There's 2 big key pieces the way you want to evaluate quarterbacks in the NFL, Mike. Is the first one, how do they operate on 3rd down? But the second one, how do they throw the ball when it's not a clean pocket? And you saw here, the ability to be on time and accurate through contact. That's what separates the good ones from the rest. And that was a big-time throw right there.
Holston Loveland was the intended receiver. And it'll be 3rd down.
Quarterback's trying to give his big tight end a chance to go up and use that large catch radius. Unable to connect. Little letdown here for the tight end community, Mike.
Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
On 4th down, here's Torrey Taylor to punt for Chicago. Not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. They'll begin here on the ground. And not much there. Good defense. held to no gain. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's second down and 9. Throwing is May. Crushed, it's incomplete. He did get the pass off, but he got drilled before he let it go.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Third down and 9. To throw now. May is caught left side by St. Brown.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
Laporta in motion. Off the play fake, it's May. Quick throw here is complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line. First time they've looked his way all game long. It comes through with the grab and a first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll bring St. Brown in motion. Look wide. Get this one complete. And they'll move it down to the 11-yard line. He's out of bounds there. 19 more on that one. And another first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
Williams in motion. May to the air once more. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
Here's Gibbs. And he will score! Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Lions. He had the touchdown catch earlier. This time he takes it in on the ground.
That's a heck of a run right there, and I can't tell you, Mike, how many running backs coaches I've heard over the years say, your responsibility with the ball is to make the first guy miss. We can't block everybody on the field. That's the role of a good running back, and you see it here. All it takes is one missed tackle to get this guy in space, and he's able to do the rest with his legs and take it all the way.
Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. That one good for a dozen. And a very quick first down.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Working out of the gun, here's Williams. Cross right side to the tight end, Komet. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Here's a 2nd and 6. Williams. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Roll. Odunze. Touchdown, Chicago. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
So, no shortage of offense in this one as we end the 3rd. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Laporta in motion. On to the 4th quarter, and it begins with a run by Gibbs. And he slips through an opening. Winds up getting about 8. That is past the 40-yard line.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense. And that's exactly what they've been able to do.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 2. Laporta in motion. Off the bootleg. Here's MEL. St. Brown working free, and he's got it. And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. It's a big play when they needed it the most. It's a gain of 34. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. A run up the middle. It's Gibbs. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Once again, it's Gibbs. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. Working out of the gun. It's May. Get this complete. It's Williams over the middle.
And at this stage of the game, every first down gets them one step closer to being able to finish this one out. This defense has to find a way to get off the field. They have to get the ball back to their offense to give them a chance.
So, not quite first and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close. Here's a designed run. Marked down at the 6.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You could see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
Laporta in motion. The Bears will use one of their timeouts here, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play. Now Gibbs, and he's going to lose yardage here, taken down back at the 8.
This defense doing a great job here facing this goal-to-go situation, especially on that last play. 2 stops down, and now the pressure really ramps up for this offense as they face 3rd and goal.
Throwing on 3rd down is May. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. So a big one looming for Jake Bates. This to make it a 2-possession lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Agnew on the return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. To throw, it's Williams. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Now Williams. And he goes up top looking for Clement. And they will get him down at the 35-yard line. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 41 yards. 1st and 10. Here's Williams now to throw. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. The big tight end, Cole Kmet, the intended receiver. It's 2nd down.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
2nd and 10. Throwing again, Williams. check this down. That's Hubbard out of the backfield. And he'll get about 8 yards as he's ushered out of bounds. It'll set up third down.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up third down.
Here's 3rd and 2. Throw it again. It's Williams. That is caught. He finds Walker.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. Williams to the air once more. And he's going to be dropped. They get to him back at the 15-yard line. Terrion Arnold, former first-rounder out of Alabama. In on the corner blitz. He makes the play.
Certainly hasn't been their best game in terms of rushing the passer, but you find yourself with a lead here in the 4th quarter. No better time for that pass rush to come alive and see if they can close this game out.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Williams. He pulls it in around the 5. And he will score. Game on. Luther Burden. Touchdown, Bears. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
The kick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just 3. A field goal here in the 4th quarter. So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. On 1st and 10. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
From the 41, here's 2nd down and 4. He'll go play action with May. He'll go right back to Laporta. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 12. Good for a Lions 1st down.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Working from the shotgun, He'll hand this one off, and that'll be a pickup of 3. Here's 2nd and 6. Laporta in motion. On 2nd down, it's Gibbs. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to 3rd down.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
Now a 3rd and 2. They're going to try to run here with Gibbs. And it looks like he's got enough for the 1st down. Let's wait for the mark. Yes, that run, that's enough to move the chains.
So 3rd and 2, sometimes it's not about being fancy. You don't need your back to be a hero. Make sure, no matter what, pick up the yards needed, convert that 1st down. Now, if there's an opportunity to pop it, great. But don't try to go for the home run and bring up 4th down.
Here's 1st and 10. The defense can stop it twice more as the kneel down comes. So a win for the visitors, the Lions. They get the victory away from home in the division. This is so valuable. And they'll get another shot in their place next time later in the season. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.